Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 10 essential tips to help you with your Avatar Legends the fighting game experience. And number one, just out of the gate, let's go for it here, is jumping. So in this game, there's a lot of jump. Every fighting game, you got a lot of jumping, right? And there's no air blocking in this game or anything like that, and by design, but jumps are still pretty strong, especially because there's almost no dedicated anti-air. There's no shoryukens for the majority of the cast, if you will. Like, if you want it, it's Korra. Like, legitimately, that's about it as far as like a meterless invincible move goes. Some characters have like metered options. Some characters have like on-demand super armor. So like Toph, if she sees a jump, she can just hit heavy punch. But that's not always going to work in every situation either. And there's going to be a lot of different jump angles. There's ways to bait that. Like, it's not easy. And again, by design, it's not easy. But there is universal options. One of them, just jump back at him, hit him. So here's the thing. There's no air block in this game. And also, by the way, you have air throw. Everyone's got jump, air throw. And air throw is one of the fastest attacks in the game. Rest assured, a jump air throw is going to be faster than whatever they're attacking you with. So if you read the jump, just jump at them and air throw them. That is basically the best anti-air in the game. I know it's a little counterintuitive to some, you want your uppercuts or whatever. This isn't that game, or if you want that, then you got to pick very specific characters. But for the whole cast, you see them jump, you jump right back at them, you air throw them. By design, this is meant to be one of the ways you stop them from jumping. And also, depending on the character and depending on your options, you can like royally mess them up for trying to jump at you, right? Like, you can get some real damage in on that. So if they jump a lot, jump air to air throw. That's, for the most of the cast, the option. Next up for tips is pay attention to your critical hits. Everyone's got them. They got their own tab in the move list, and they all are completely different in terms of what they want out of you. Some of them will happen naturally in the course of the match. So like, say Sokka, his forward flow is run. He has a couple attacks out of it. One of them, B, is just a big old kind of leaping overhead that can cross up, which is nice. It's handy, right? And his down flow has attack that makes him somewhat invisible. And if you do that same forward flow attack while you're somewhat invisible, it becomes a critical hit and it launches the enemy. So this is something you're going to be going through in the course of the match anyways, because like, it's an easy cross-up mix technique. And you get two of those, and all of a sudden, oh, you can get a free combo, right? Just because you paid attention to how the moves work in a certain order. Or say like his heavy boomerang toss in the air. He tosses it just in the air, sure, right? And if it hits you in the air, oh wait, what's that? So basically, if it falls a long distance and lands on top of the opponent's head, it just becomes a critical hit. It just becomes a launcher by itself. And by the way, this is a repeatable critical hit. This is not once per round. So basically, if you aim this bad boy good enough here and go for the long fall, you get big combos. Some critical hits don't even really need much. Like, look at Kyoshi. Oh wait, why did their fan start glowing? Wait, it didn't glow at the start, did it? No, it's not. Wait, now it is. And now just stand heavy, right? Stand heavy. So if you do not attack and basically just not do anything for 3 seconds, her fan will be empowered, and the next stand heavy will just wall splat the opponent. That one is only once per round, by the way, because that is pretty powerful, Or stuff like flow gauge. So Kyoshi already has like the fastest flow gauge regeneration in the game anyways. Like, you see, it's really quick, right? But it can be even quicker yet if you happen to have all 7 of your energy bars. If you happen to have all 7, now, like, as you see, it's pretty quick, right? But for her critical hit it's basically instantaneous now. If you have all 7 of your meters, like, you almost have infinite flow gauge. So now you can just kind of do all your like flow cancels and just don't even worry about it. Because again, it's one of her critical hits. So make sure you go in training mode, check your critical hits, because there's a lot of great things for each character that are unique only for that character. Critical hits are great. Next tip is flow cancel. So the flow button's already a huge part of the game as it is, but flow cancels are extra big and you really need to use them. There's only really a couple rules. To do a flow cancel while you're attacking is either do it off a command normal, so not just like A, B, C, like depending on your character, but if you're aiming forward B, right? A command normal, any light attack, or another flow move. So specifically, the two big ones to know are just off command normals and flow into flow. So say I just do this basic string here against Zahir, right? Okay, so like A, B, and he's blocking. So I want to mix him up somehow. So A, B, forward B, that's an overhead. And like, that's a little slow, so if he blocked it, whatever. But because it's a command normal, that means that's flow cancelable. So I do this, and all of a sudden, I can do various flow moves. So now, let's just look at my potential options here, right? So I can do this string, go for that command normal, and after the command normal, I can go into my forward flow, which has an overhead, by the way. So when he's blocking this, it's not like the offense just stopped. Okay, now he has to worry about that. So that's threat level 1. But I can do any flow at all, right? So same deal. Here, I can go in my low flow, and Aang has attacks off his low flow. And specifically, one of those attacks is a low. So now after this, I can threaten overhead, or I can threaten a low. Oh, 50-50 kind of out of the gate, although different timings, but bear with me here. But now, since I can also cancel flow into flow, like I don't have to just do whatever, you know, as long as I got the meter, I can do whatever I want. So now how about this? So I'll do this, go into that forward flow, it puts me into that spot where it's obvious I'm looking for the overhead, right? Because like, oh, he's going for the overhead. Sure, I'll block that way. Now how about this? Oh, wait, I was going for the overhead? I just threw you. Because I canceled that forward flow, which puts me airborne, to an aerial down flow, which puts me on the ground immediately. Or how about this? Same idea. Oh, I just went low. So just because you see me leaving the ground, you assume I'm going for the overhead, but I can also do that, flow cancel my flow move, and go low, or go for a throw. Or, conversely, that low flow that has the low, I can also hit C, which makes him jump in the air, by the way. So I can do something like this, and like, who knows which way I'm gonna be, right? So flow cancels are super important. Now, of course, for Aang, that's all sort of by design, right? Because he's meant to be a mix-up character, but it works for everybody. Like, say, Toph. Forward and medium. It's a longer range, just kind of poke, right? And she can cancel that into any flow move. So she can do this and go like down flow, keep attacking. Like, go into a pillar. So say I'm just looking to poke people out, right? So I can do this, pillar, and then start whipping rocks at people. Like, you can do whatever you want. Command normal into forward flow, go for a throw. I can mix you up that way too. And of course it matters for combos as well, right? So any command normal can go into a flow. So say with Kyoshi, that back heavy, that's a command normal. So I can do this, flow cancel it, and then her flow is basically like climbing up into space. So I can hit this, flow, and it puts me in the airborne, and then I can get another combo from it, right? I can just keep attacking. Like Korra here, just forward heavy, goes into flow, and flow, jump cancelable. So this is kind of the basis of her most basic combo structure. So keep in mind, flow cancels are super important. Another important technique to know is the low flow. So a lot of moves in this game are what you would call mids in fighting games, right? Where you can't just duck them by ducking. But many characters with low flows can duck mids, if you will. If it's keyed to be a high in the game rules, you can always low profile it with low flow, which is great because, like, say in this Zuko example here with this projectile, which is very annoying, you block it, you lose life. That's chip damage. You don't want to just block forever because you're losing resources. But if you low flow it, it just goes over your head. And keep in mind, earlier we talked about the rules of flow canceling, right? So if I low flow this, went underneath it, and I can immediately cancel into a forward flow and just start attacking right away, which is great. So I can turn my defense into offense. And keep in mind, not all low flows are created equal because every character is a little different. So like for Korra, she slides forward. And while she slides forward, she can just kind of attack right after the fact if she wants. Or even better yet, she has an attack built out of it. And she can just kind of keep going. As you can see here, get full combos very easily. She doesn't have to wait for anything. So just keep in mind, the universal low profile is just down and flow. And depends character to character how it works out. But going under highs, whatever form they may be, even if they're otherwise mid in fighting game rules, is very, very powerful. So now, it's a little boring, but it's kind of important. Meter management. How do we maximize our meter gain? Like, part of it is doing combos, but... So here I am doing a fancy enough combo, but fancy doesn't win points. damage wins points, right? And that whole combo, how much meter do we gain? Just 1. Why? Because you gain a meter every time you do a special move and it hits. But you only get 1 per combo. So if your combo is 10 million hits with 10 million special moves, you still only get 1 meter. So if you want to maximize your meter gain, you got to look at not just getting cool combos, which certainly helps, but also managing your mid-screen. Basically, use buttons as part of your neutral for sure, but use specials as part of your neutral as well. Like, look at it here. He's got this quick little poke, and it's not that damaging, but it controls a lot of the screen, and it's awful quick, and he gets a meter every time he does it because it's a special move. The game doesn't care what special move it is, as long as it is a special move. So if you make your back and forth neutral more special heavy, every time you land a special, that means you get rewarded with a bar. So someone who just kind of does back and forth neutral with more buttons based versus someone who's using a lot more specials, the person doing a lot more specials will gain meter exponentially faster. That's why projectiles are so strong in this game, because not only, you hit the opponent, no damage, right? But every time you do it, you gain a meter. And thus, every time you land it, you're turbocharging your potential further offense besides just getting damage. That's why, like we talked about in the earlier tip, many of the better projectiles, not all of them, but many of them are coded to be high, so you can low profile underneath them just to get around them. So just keep that in mind, that the average projectile or any special move that can be used as a poke is extra strong, because that's the main way you get meter, because you can have a long combo with a million specials, but it still will only get you the 1 meter for one of the specials you used. Also, keep in mind, your flow button, which helps you parry moves. If you stay in flow for just a little bit, it'll drain some of your flow gauge and put it into your meter. So if you knock the opponent down from full screen, say I hit him with a projectile, okay, I'm gonna take a second here and gain another meter real quick. I don't need to hit you. You have no say in this. I can just drain some of my flow to gain a meter, one of my energy. So meter management lets you do all your really, really cool stuff. Like, hey, if you want your level 7 supers or your level 4 supers and get tons of damage, this is how you do it. So just keep in mind that you're maximizing your energy gain. So now for our next tip, it's about hard knockdowns. One of the, frankly, better things about the game is you, as the defender, you're rarely just put out. Thanks to the generous rolls, when you're knocked down, stay in place, go backwards, go forwards, like whatever you want to do, you rarely just gotta sit there and take it, right? But that's what the hard knockdown's for. So there's not many hard knockdowns in the game, but when you are hit with a hard knockdown, like say most people's 4 meter supers are hard knockdowns, that removes the option for the roll. So say I hit the opponent here with like whatever, with Katara, going my super, knock him down. I have over 50 frames of advantage, and they just kind of gotta deal with next. They gotta stay in the corner, and whatever is gonna happen next is gonna happen. So basically, if I do this and just attack them on their wake up, they gotta deal, right? If they wake up buttons, unless I time it horribly, I'm always gonna win. So at bare minimum, there's that level of pressure, but since there's that level of pressure and you're disincentivized from hitting buttons, you as the offensive player can do a lot more. So after the super, I can just kind of pressure you on your wake up, sure. Next level would be, okay, if they're scared of buttons, I'll just throw you on your wake up next, right? And this is Katara, so next level is, oh, I can corner switch with you against your will, because Katara could just kind of do that, and now you have a left-right mix-up on your hand. And then as well, she has overhead and low rekkas, and you gotta deal with that all of a sudden, right? So now it's basically, am I gonna high, low, left, right, or throw you on your wake up? And thanks to the hard knockdown of the super, you kind of just gotta deal with it. So hard knockdowns are very rare situations because they're very powerful in this game, but keep in mind which ones you do have because they're very, very strong. Now, our next tip is actually a direct follow-up from the last tip about the hard knockdown. So in this game, because you have the roll is great because it lets you just kind of get out of the corner, get out of everything, but it doesn't mean it's free, right? Like, say I know you're gonna roll out. I don't gotta stand for that. In fact, I can kind of plan my offense around it in a myriad of ways to blow you up real bad, right? Like, just because you get the rollout doesn't mean you're safe, but there is a way. So say I'm thrown into the corner, right? I can roll out just as normal, but say they've planned for that. The one kind of guaranteed way out is the flow rollout. Now notice how much insanely further I am away. So one more time here. So this is going to be a regular roll. Okay. So I'm roughly at this pillar here. versus if I roll out while holding flow, oh, I'm way further out. So again, it's just do roll, just while holding the flow button. And you may have noticed it takes some of your resources. Specifically, when you do it, it'll lock you out of half your gauge. Like you cannot regenerate past that point for a small amount of time. Then it goes back to normal. But sometimes that's what you need. Like I already showed you with Azula, like if I know you're gonna roll out of the corner, I got you dead to rights, like on multiple ways, on multiple like left, right, mix, throw, all that kind of stuff. Just because you can roll doesn't mean you're out free. But if you flow roll, I'm sure there might be setups in time, but at least for now in this early stage, I don't know any setup that beats forward roll and flow roll at the same time, because it's just too much distance covered too fast. So if you need out now, and you're willing to pay the price for your flow gauge, remember, just roll it while holding flow, and then you're mostly out for free. Now, this next one, hey, training mode. Use training mode, it's great, and there's trials, combo trials, it's great. But one lovely thing about combo trials in this game. So we're in a combo trial right now, right? And when you look at it on its face here, like, oh, this might seem jacked up and too hard for me, right? But this game actually has an amazing feature where it can like kind of help you break down and really understand each part of the combo, regardless of how ridiculous it all looks on its face. Because yeah, this is a lot, sure. But let's go to the breakdown. And every combo trial has a breakdown. And when you're in the breakdown, it will, well, literally break it down. Oh, okay, this is B. I hit B. Oh, okay, that's what, and I'll hit down C. Cool. Flow forward. Okay. And basically, it breaks down every part of the combo in slow motion for you to understand how it all works. Because that's kind of how... this is very helpful, because, like, if you just see it, you know, monkey see, monkey do, sure, and they might have some stuff on the side, but it doesn't necessarily tell you much at all about how to actually do it, and seeing it can be somewhat difficult, right? So this lets you do every combo just bit by bit, just piece by piece at your own pace, till you understand how every constituent part of it works, which I think is actually lovely. So go to your combo trials, mess around. I know people love their combo trials, but this is a great feature, and it will screen, like, I did a little slow because, hey, it wants you to do it as fast as possible. So I didn't get a great score, but you get the idea, right? And learning how to do it in slow motion, I think, is lovely. Okay, this seems silly, but I played enough MMOs in my life, I know you gotta tell people this. Yo, don't stand in the fire. Fire will burn you. You will lose life. Makes sense, yeah, sure. But also, not all fires are created equal. Say like the fire from Kyoshi, like, it stings. You don't want to stand inside of it, but Zuko's fire, like, burns way too hot. You lose a lot of life real fast, as you can see here. And it doesn't matter if you're standing still, like, whatever. You can be blocking all you want. Like, I can knock you down with this, and you can be blocking all you want in your wake up. You're still getting toasty here, so you're gonna really watch out, especially because you can do, like, hard knockdown with his super, and, like, do it on your wake up, and you got no real recourse other than to kind of deal with it, right? So, yeah, simple tip, but no, seriously, don't stand in the fire. And now our final tip. It may seem simple, but it's important. Unbalanced state, or burnout, if you will. When the opponent is unbalanced, it's not good. They're locked out of their flow movement. Every hit's a counter hit at minimum, regardless if it's a actual counter hit or not. So you don't want to be in it. But, if you happen to have your 7 meters ready, and you hit an opponent in unbalanced state with your level 7 super, it's automatically your win. You deal 100% damage. It's an automatic kill, regardless of how much health they were actually at. And so suffice to say, like, if you touch them at all, you have 7 meters, you have automatically won the game. So in this game, being burnt out, if you will, carries a much stricter penalty than usual, because you can automatically lose if you are unbalanced. So keep that in mind, because this is not some like fairyland situation will never happen. Like, this won't happen necessarily every game, but it'll happen often enough that you really should keep in mind. Just keep poking away, build that meter. You can find yourself with 7 meters. They're burned out. Oh, I see you're burned out here. I'll just go like A, B, C, I win. Cut and dry. A, B, C, I win. So just keep it in mind. It's extra powerful in this state. So those are 10 tips for you for Avatar Legends. If you want to know more, check out the Companion Beginner Guide or the Choose a Main, where we go over every single character in the game. You can find those linked at the end of this video. But that all said, my friends, that's it for me and that's it for the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Avatar.
This is the love we